Okay guys, we have our butter peas here. They are starting to come up, looking good. Me and Amanda planted these from Freedom Acres. Every pot we put like 5 or 6 around the outside edges of them, and it looks like they are all doing good. They're coming up well. If you walk down through here, you can see we have almost a perfect stand so far. That's really a good thing. Here it looks like we might have had a squirrel digging in it here. And it is, we got a lot of these pots y'all can see here. All the way down to the end here. We have this irrigation system set up in here that has worked out really well for us. We have it capped off right now. We're going to hook up a garden hose to it here, and we will turn the garden hose on when it's time to start watering. We've had enough water here that that we really don't have to worry about that here. You know, it's been wet enough, let me say that we don't have to really do anything. We can see that it's one of those things that we're trying to got some noise, got a neighbor going through the background back here. This is one of the things that we have to contend with, is noise a lot of times. But we're looking at our beans here, trying to get this video shot so we'll have it to use for our clips. As y'all can see, these things, if I can get down close enough here, they look really nice. The pots are working out real well for butter peas. It seems like they do all right in pots. So, you know, we're hoping that this thing all works out for us good this year. Last year was really good, so we're hoping that this year ends up being just as good as last year did. Okay guys, we're out here this morning trying to assess our gardens and how they're progressing. We've already looked at some clips with the butter peas. Look like they're doing good. We get the red clovers coming up good. We've got our rattlesnake beans down here that we went back and replanted. The first ones didn't come up too good, but the second ones has come up fantastic. Looks like they're working good. Another day or two, we'll be able to rake our chips back up around them and be able to get them mulched in. Our carrots over here, well, they're kicking and going now. Look like they're gonna finally get took off. It's just weird weather we're having. It's really messing with everything. Our carrots over here is doing real good. Them things are up over a foot tall, so they're really taking off. We're getting the right amount of rain. Our tomatoes are up over a foot tall now. They're really doing good. The basil's kind of struggling in the back. We have a little bit of insect problem on the basil, but I think once it warms up a little bit more, these mornings in the 40s is kind of taking its toll on everything, but hadn't had any frost, so we're lucky with that. And we're gonna move over now and we're gonna go check out our Ladyfinger peas and see how they're doing. Okay guys, this is our Ladyfinger peas. This is a new pea for us to plant here. It was one that Wanda had when she was a child. We're gonna try to grow them in our pots here. All of our pots have multiple ones coming up in them. They're coming up around the edges. This is some more that me and Amanda from Freedom Acres planted, and her daughter. We had a blast doing that. As you can see, they're doing really well. We get down here to our bigger pots. It looks like they're gonna be a little bit more successful in our bigger pots. They're really coming on. We're hoping that the cool weather doesn't bother them. We got a cement stuck off out here in the middle of them as an insect deterrent to try to help out. We run these all the way down. These things are a real tiny pea, so we planted a lot of them in hopes that we would get enough off of them to justify fooling with them here. And then we have our Block 4 Comfrey. This we obtained from Mr. Charles, old Alabama gardener, here a couple of years ago, and we have been propagating this thing and taking cuttings off of it, and it's just doing fantastic. Still in this pot. Okay, this is our Cherokee garden that we're looking at here. This is a White Eagle Cherokee corn that Amanda and I planted up here. We have it every 4 foot apart here, all the way down through the garden. We got a lot of weeds starting to come up, so I'm gonna have to get up here with a hoe and try to get it kind of hoed and cleaned out before it gets too bad. We're gonna be ready to start putting our squash and our beans in here pretty soon so that we can get this garden kicked off here. Of course, y'all can see our turnip greens here. This is our purple top turnips, and then our fingerling potatoes is right over beside them, and the turnips is just about to shade those fingerlings out. Well, I mean, those turnips are kicking and going. This year has been cool. It has been a great year for greens, that's for sure. And then if you look to the left over here, this, my friend, is our English peas. They are kicking and going now. Them things are up 3 and 4 feet tall almost. They are really doing good, getting beans on them everywhere and blooms. Not going to be long till we're going to be picking English peas. You can see we've got them growing on both sides of the fences. We've got our middles cleaned out, so it's all actually working out pretty good for us. This is probably one of the better setups we've ever had on our English peas, and we're hoping that this setup works out real good for us in the upcoming years. Okay guys, this is our garlic and onion field here. You can see over here on this side right here, we've got all of our elephant garlic planted all down through here, and then we have our other garlics here. Go back and watch our other video and you'll see the different types of garlic. We've got like 4 different kinds of garlic planted here. All the way over to, this is different types of onions here now. We have 2 different types of onions. And then we have these over here. Those are our Egyptian walking onions. Those things are amazing what they're doing here. So let's walk up and take a little bit closer look and show you what they're doing. Guys, you can see how the onions are forming here. They're actually doing what they're supposed to do. You can look down here at the ground. Some of these are already breaking over. They're getting ready to fall to the ground and actually start rooting. This is one of the reasons they call them walking onions. Look at the end of that one. It's already headed toward the ground, and when it hits the ground, those little onion plants will start putting on roots, and they'll start rooting into the ground. Guys, I want to show you a few pictures here. This is some of our Amish paste tomatoes, a little bit closer up picture. Our basil, we're showing you we have a little bit of problems with it. I guess the cool mornings. This is our rattlesnake beans. They're looking real good. This is our carrots, and they look really, really good in the beds. This is our other bed of carrots. So thank y'all from Deep South Homestead.